Hello everyone, and welcome to another ranking video, but luckily the last one for at least a while. Today we're going to look at all of the buildings that you can win from the Settlements minigame. First, let's start with the first settlement, introduced with the Viking theme, and its special building, Yggdrasil. It's the smallest great building with only 9 spaces. It focuses its army boosts on attack for attacking armies, and like all other settlement buildings that you'll see, it doesn't need a road. Those army boosts cover normal fighting and all 3 guild minigames, by the way. It also provides other standard resources like coins, supplies, goods, metals, and forge points. And it gives fragments for finished special production items. I'll show you how it ranks at the very end with the rest of the settlement buildings. For now, let's see what it's gained by upgrading to the Ascended version. With an active time of 28 days, you should be able to complete the settlement minigame quickly enough to always have an upgrade, but the question is whether it's worth it. The Ascended Yggdrasil gives an increase to all army boosts and resources earned, including the finished special production fragments. Next is the Japanese settlement and its Shinto temple. It takes up 12 spaces and focuses on both attack and defense for defending armies. Along with the standard resources we saw with the Vikings, the Shinto temple also provides a 150% increase to supply collections. It also switched out metals for previous age goods, which are a bit more useful in my opinion. As you'll see with all Ascended buildings, every boost in resource production has been increased, and the design has changed a bit too. The Egyptian settlement has the Royal Bathhouse, which takes up 12 spaces like the Shinto temple. It is the jack of all trades for army boosts, with attack and defense covered for both attacking and defending armies. The resources are then limited to coins, forge points, and army units, with some guild goods as well. The Ascended version gets some new color and increases to everything, with some army boosts reaching triple digits. By comparison, the Aztec building Sun Temple looks weak. It takes up 12 spaces, focuses on defense for attacking armies, but does give more standard resources like coins, forge points, supplies, and goods from your current and previous age. The Ascended version, as always, increases everything. The Mughal temple takes up the most space with 16 squares. It focuses on defense for defending armies, and also gives a coin collection boost. For resources, it gives the most forge points, along with coins, goods, supplies, and more finished special production fragments. The Ascended version has a similar design upgrade to the Sun Temple with some pink accents. It increases forge points along with everything else. I also just noticed that the Ascended versions do not allow for instant production finish, while the normal versions do. Something to keep in mind if you're doing a finish all production item. And finally, the Polynesian settlement, which I most recently completed, with its building, the Hut of Sacred Instruments. It's back down to 12 spaces and focuses on attack and defense for attacking armies. It also gives coins, forge points, previous age goods, supplies, and army boosts. The Ascended version increases all of these like the rest. So now let's look at all of them together. Immediately we see that the Royal Bathhouse is the best, with its Ascended and normal versions taking first and second, respectively. Not surprising given all of its army boosts. Next, taking third and fourth, are the Ascended and normal Hut and Sacred Instruments. The next 3 will group together as the Ascended Yggdrasil, Sun Temple, and Shinto Temple are all followed by their normal versions in the same order. And I'd like to point out here that the Ascended Royal Bathhouse has doubled the Ascended Shinto Temple's score, just like their normal versions as well. Bringing up the last 2 places are Ascended and normal Mughal Temple, most likely because the defense boosts for defending armies was weighted very low in my calculations for scoring. I'll remind you though that the Mughal temple provided over 100 forge points, so that's something at least. Now that I've completed all of the settlements, my plan is to just keep getting the Ascended Royal Bathhouse for as long as it takes for another settlement to be released. In the meantime, that's the end of this video. Thanks very much for watching. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them below. If you enjoyed this video and would want to see more, please like and subscribe. And as always, keep on jamming.